Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makara once again. Today we're talking about safety over possession, okay? We understand that there is a new world order that is being set up right now. It's a hidden agenda, and a lot of us are completely unaware that this is even happening, but at least some of us are alert about this, okay? When you possess something, it feels like it's trapped. You can't put a butterfly in a jar. You can't feel this need to own everything, because that is one of the keys towards your suffering, is your attachment and your ignorance, okay? So why you're struggling right now, whatever that area may be, okay, and we could talk about this further if you need more personalized help, is that you're clinging on to the money, you're clinging on to the partner, the woman or the man, right? You're clinging on to them. You're clinging on to these different things rather than what? Gently holding them, being connected to them, not being attached to the outcome, but remaining the uncarved block, as I like to call it, okay? And like the Taoists like to refer to it as wu, okay? The effortless effort or action of non-action. So let's break this down today. I'm a flow state specialist, so my background is in positive psychology, and I have some personal experiences and background with mysticism, and I love to delve and explore the esoteric, the unseen, the mysteries of the world. We have a mystery school, PrimalSutraMysterySchool.com, if you want to sign up, get your first trial month for only $88, and from that point on it's a $99 a month. If you are interested, okay? But have a look at that, because we have all of our past recordings and channeled recordings, and it's a really nice database for you to have as a mystic scientist, or as a savage shaman. As you know, we created an archetype here in this path working called the priest beast, so the highly integrated man. He's in touch with his primal nature and his sacred nature at the same time. Same with the woman, okay? The dark feminine, the light feminine are friends and integrated in the priestess beast, okay? Really start to understand that this is a very powerful combination of yin and yang energies. Instead of being trapped in wanting it to go a certain way and having your expectations like, oh, I would like to see you again. Do you want to go out, or maybe? Okay? And, oh man, let me tell you something, man. If you're a part of like these conscious spiritual communities, they're gonna make you so soft, man. They're gonna make you so receptive and soft that you're gonna lose your masculine edge. Men have testosterone. I mean, that's just a biological fact, you know, and it's not a symptom, it's a physiological thing that's happening in the body. It's basically the energy of saying, I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna fuck, right? That's the energy of testosterone. However, if you're one of those guys who's like very kind, generous, you know, a nice person, genuine nice person, but you don't make the panties wet, let's just say, right? You don't really give off that aura or response of your own sexuality. You're kind of ashamed of your own sexuality in a sense, right? You cannot walk feeling the heaviness of your balls and owning yourself as a man, right? So you could be very heart-opened, very loving, but you're missing out on something, and that's your congruence. If you want to get laid more, you got to understand that you have to verbalize like, hey, I'm attracted to you, right? I don't just want to be friends. I mean, we can be, but I'm looking for this. I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. And then you're going to find your prospects a lot better than you lying and, you know, getting into a fake marriage or a kind of a pseudo friendship thing, and then you get friend zoned, or you kind of like don't set any boundaries or contracts with her, and you just kind of let it all happen, right? Like some kind of a right Disney movie unfolding. You're in for a world of hurt, my friend, okay? So you got to understand how to really maintain and take care of yourself first. Like, you want to get on your mission and purpose uno, Number one, most important priority in your life. I would say instead of pretending to be kind and open-hearted and all this stuff, be real, be authentic, be clear, be precise, and be articulate so she understands you. Okay? A lot of us cut ourselves off from our intuition, which is cutting ourselves off from the source. So your intuition is just the source giving you access to divine truth. A lot of people have asked me about, people pleaser qualities, neediness, and all these topics, man. And I had to personally struggle with that. I'm gonna crack my back. Personally, I had to struggle with that for many years before I came to this realization. Bro, you've got to have a purpose that's way, 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 way bigger than you. Like, your ego has to be like this, but your purpose has to be like that. You get it? I honestly think that is one of the secrets, is we are here to actually make heaven on earth through our own unique process, our own unique blueprint. I think it's absolutely possible. I think we can do it. And I think this is why I speak of tribe a lot, because you want to find other versions of you, right? Imagine if they were like-minded people in your vibration, your frequency, right? And you all had a community together. How beautiful would that be? Where, my neighbors can, look after my kid and so forth. And we have this tribe and community of sovereignty, of supporting each other, right? And I think this vision is really amplifying as I think more about it. But understand how powerful this idea is. No one can hurt you at your most sacred form. Okay, so in your most divine masculine, in your most divine feminine, nobody can really touch you or hurt you. Why? Because you don't own anything, you don't possess anything. So the moment you possess, the moment you cling onto that thing, what you're essentially saying is, this thing has a control over me. I do not have control over it. I think I have control, but that thing actually has more control over me than I do of it. And so you need to find another balance to this thing, okay? Understand, it's as simple as this. If you're serving that source energy, your partner will be serving you. And what if we could mentally understand that we are on the same level as these politicians, as these celebrities, as the governments, as the elites, as the Illuminati, whatever, right? What if we were on the same playing field as them, the same wavelength as them, and we could create our realities the way that we envisioned it, but we needed a tribe in order to magnetize and manifest it. This is why we're exploring this theme of upward spiral, because every day we keep evolving, right? Every day we keep getting better and better. There's not a day where I look back and I'm like, man, I got worse. Absolutely not. There was another hidden layer that became relevant, that peered and reared its ugly little head from the past, and I decapitated it. Like, that is the true art of living, guys, okay? What if you could manifest tantrically with a partner, right? Through the tantra. This idea of jealousy in relationships, right? It's so, it holds you captive. You're like a prisoner at times with that jealousy, right? And, oh man, I get it, man. I'm a Scorpio, so I have that kind of possession need to, like, this is my territory, right? Which, again, I do want to say that some girls do find that sexy in me, that territorial nature or whatever, like, you're mine, you're all mine, right? There's something very chemistry inducing or pheromone inducing in that. But I'm not talking about containment as if you're feeling trapped in the relationship. You as a man have got to set up a container almost like it's a pleasure dome, like it's a bubble that you can maintain for stimulation of higher vibes and higher frequencies. So you become a higher consciousness echo chamber. So she feels good in your presence, She attributes her feeling good with you. Psychic link is generated. You maintain an aura. You're non-attached. Whether I lose her or get her, no, you generate positive union together and you build, you just grow, right? If she can help you with your business, even better. I've had to move a lot of girls aside who don't support my business or don't understand, why I'm channeling and, why I'm delving into spirituality. I actually make it a mission that I magnetize someone who's interested in being a priestess of sorts, okay? I guess that's more of a personal value thing. However, understand that the idea of possessing someone, it's almost like you're putting them in a cage of their own limitations, right? Rather than what? Having a huge mansion where they can roam free, right? It's still a container, but it's just a larger space with which they can explore. You have that room on lease, right? On rent, that container. And you understand that this is just on rent, right? It's just on lease. I'm not clinging to that container either, you see, because, a lot of guys, they have a good heart, nice guys, genuine, but they're lacking that edge, that ability to just say it like it is. And of course, there's men who try to be the bad boys and then they overdo it too. It's like immediately sexualizing immediately, right? That's not the way either. I think there's a real, like a refinement that you gotta watch for. You could be Jedi or you could be Sith or you could be the gray Jedi who has the powers of the darkness but also has the light involved. So I'm a genuinely good man, but I'm also a fucking wolf. Watch out. Like, don't fuck with me, but also let's achieve enlightenment together. Let's make this world a better place. You get that? So I want you to understand this dichotomy, because that will really help you to transcend this process and really heal and understand that the best version of me already exists, right? In a higher timeline. And if I can just communicate with that part of me and ask it for advice, like in moments where you're most stuck, you've gone through some trauma, you're going through some, unexpected circumstance, you immediately call out to that higher rendition of you and activating higher self. What would you like to reveal to me today? And you might get some images, you might get some tingles or feelings coming through, okay? I love to wiggle my toes and kind of bring in that higher resonance energy through my entire body so I become like a pillar of light. And that makes it easier for me to actually magnetize and manifest when I'm trying to. So let's say that I'm struggling with, we have a basketball tournament next week or something like that. I'm just coming up with a random circumstance for some of you. So you ask your higher self, activating higher self, what can you tell me about this upcoming basketball match? What should I look for? What should I be prepared for? What is the frequency for me to tap into? And you just wait. So I got a visual of almost like energy swiveling, and it's almost like circles kind of going into each other, swiveling into a very bright spot, which is the basket. And so it's almost like the theme of eyes on the prize for me. That's what I got. And again, that's my intuition directly speaking through me, through this vessel, and giving me some instance of what I asked for. Because your subconscious mind is the portal towards the superconscious mind, right? And so if you can get into a theta state very quickly, and you do this with a specific frequency, specific color, and a specific mantra, if you want to know the right combination of that, you got to join the mystery school, okay? And I'll teach you personally what that is. It's very, very powerful. This will give you the ability to hijack your state on command. It's just like hacking your state instantly in the moment. And it's so key, so powerful, okay? So we learned this from a lot of the deities that we work with and so forth. And so this tech is like next level, man. We are really looking at rapid transformation, right? Like, You've seen me evolve on this channel multiple times, right? I've gone through timeline shifts, I've gone through heartbreak, I've gone through, portals of awakening, I've gone through, amazing like breaking down of my nice guy image and character. I've gone through, different stereotypes that I had to break of my own Indian heritage. I had to, go through the process and fuel myself through the fire of transformation by pushing myself even though I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel like, right? And so I think that there is always a brighter end to this by understanding it's all brightness, right? There is no light at the end of the tunnel. Everything is light. And so we got to understand how to stop hyperextending our process and journey and being like, my wins are over there in the future. No, feel that win, celebrate that right now, and let's activate this frequency of winning. Just by merely existing and being alive. Let's bask in the afterglow as we are these gods and goddesses in training. We are that divine royalty, okay? The Merovingians, the, different types of royalty of the past. You understand, you have the bloodline of kings and queens. You have that royalty, that majesty within you. And as you're listening to this, your body's probably getting chills. You're understanding that there is something greater happening and emerging here, and I'm tapped into it too, and so are you. So let's build this new earth together. Let's embody that frequency. Let's create that frequency wherever we go. So all of our torus fields combine to this beautiful, symphony orchestra where we are raising octaves. You guys have seen the Schumann resonances, right? I use this app called, I think it's called Earth Grid or something, where I check on the Schumann resonance and high levels of electromagnetism come through at times. And I'm like, whoa, that's why I've been feeling like this huge spike of energy or huge like download coming through. It's a good thing to track as well. A lot of people do that on YouTube and so forth too. So make sure you're on the same wavelength. Thank you so much for those who are, really following along in this process and refining it in your own unique way through your lens, through your, goggles, and able to perceive a different version of this kind of frequency that I'm talking about. So don't try to own something. Obviously, own your day. The only thing I am owning is the moment. I am not owning anything else, okay? I'm not trying to possess anything. I'm not trying to keep someone in a box. But I have this amazing mansion. But guess what? The doors and the windows are open, baby. You can leave at any time, okay? And that's the energy that I really want you to understand. It's not a neediness. It's my purpose is bigger than anything, than myself. And that's moving me forward. And that energy, that drive towards that thing, that drive, right? Maybe you're missing that drive, right? You need to find that drive again. You got to find where it creates meaning for you, where it unlocks for you. You see, this is where spirituality starts to inspire you. You see, inspiration is internal, motivation is external. Understand that, and you will continue to win. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it. Upward Spiral gang. We're all gonna make it, us.